but that's okay. It was live streaming to Facebook, so I was able to pull it off Facebook. So all of the recordings are on the registration page as well. So those are there for you guys as well if you missed anything. But welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello to everyone on the FB, the Facebook. I didn't close my door. You guys can see my baby gate. That's okay. You can also see my assistant, my dog. She's the boss. So, welcome to life. Let's get rocking and rolling. Healthy Holiday Challenge, day 4. I feel like it's just day 1. We've had so much fun. Maybe day 2. But then I feel like it's been the longest week ever. We were just talking about that before we jumped on. I have a 2-year-old. Those of you guys that don't know, some days I'm just like, it's been like the longest day ever, but like short of the same. How does that work? So anybody with anybody, I think we all understand a post-COVID. It's like time is like warp speed. Yeah, it's like warp speed post-COVID with all like the information that's everywhere. And along with that information, I have even more for you today. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm gonna blow up my, not literally blow up my screen. I better be careful. I'm on Facebook. I can't say that or they'll ban me. Enlarge my screen and put it on play mode. So yesterday we had a short one, but our action step was to commit to 15 minutes of movement for the next 15 minutes minimum. I should say minimum of movement. It's just really a tongue twister. That's probably why I didn't put the word minimum in there, is because I didn't want to trip myself up. But at least 15 minutes of movement for the next 2 days. So I would love to know how that's going for everyone. Feel free to drop it in the chat if you're live with us, or feel free to post it in the Holistic Health, Wellness, and Weight Loss group. Our goal here is to get you guys some momentum because results are the best motivation, and consistency is key because consistency compounds. So I love it. I love it. I love it. And we talked about graduated exercise program and exactly where to start and what exercises get you the best results. So again, that's specific to you and where you are. And I didn't talk about this too much yesterday, but there's also, body types and all of that that goes into it. Certain body types do better with cardio. Certain body types do better with, or I shouldn't say, as far as exercise goes, like you need cardio and weight training, resistance training, but certain body types for weight loss do better with certain types of exercise. And again, that's specific to your body type and where you are and how stressed your body is. So a lot of the women that I work with, they're like, no, wait, I'm working. I mean, again, it was my story that we talked about day 1. I was like, yeah, day 1, we already mentioned all the days running together. But again, my story was I was working out 6 days a week, cardio and weights. And yeah, I was actually gaining weight. So sometimes more isn't always better when it comes to exercise. So, and again, certain body types need that cardio to really get that heart rate up to burn calories, where other types of body types, sometimes there is such thing as too much cardio. So again, if that's something you want to know more about specifically for you, your Ayurvedic body type, then we can talk about that as well. Feel free to jump, yeah, just ask in the Facebook group or however I can help. So that was yesterday. We had a short day and I talked a little bit more about it today, but that's okay. So I'm gonna grab my assistant being the dog behind me, because the FedEx, she's actually a lady, I was gonna say FedEx guy, very, very kind lady, is here. And one dog's gonna bark, therefore the other dog's gonna bark. So let's yeah, we're gonna deal with that. So my assistant here, this is Isla. Those of you guys that don't know Isla, apparently I look like my dog. Yes, it's true. She is me in dog form and life is good. We both love snacks and naps, and we both like our head rubbed. Oh, I got a lot of packages. Oh, it's Black Friday. Stuff coming in. This is not good. Okay, anyways. See, told you. I don't know. You guys probably can't hear that dog downstairs, but you can hear this one. She's so cute. I love her. She's so loud. Who needs a doorbell when you have a dog? Especially this one. Okay. So, what is the easiest thing to do for your health? Don't get stressed. Don't get stressed about your dog's barking about all things when you're live. Don't do that. That's the best thing you can do. No, it's not. It's not easy either. Okay, stay hydrated. So let's talk a little bit more about this. Again, FedEx lovely lady is on her way out, so it should get quiet again. And I'll put my assistant down, even though I think she's gorgeous and she's sassy. So H2O really. So Thirst is a useful indicator of daily fluid requirements. However, it's not always fully reliable because the body is usually mildly dehydrated, and by the time that somebody furball, excuse me, starts to notice thirst. I sound like the picture perfect healthier. I always find it. I think every year I do this healthy holiday challenge, I always get some type of like cold or something around it. Normally it's in and out in 24 hours, but I always find it ironic that I'm get started coughing or something like that. But I actually am pretty healthy, believe it or not. So our body makes up, I've heard 60%, I've also heard 70% of your body is water, but we'll just say or at least 60%. So one of the things that I notice first when I'm dehydrated is yes, thirst. But my face, I'm like, wow, it looks like I aged like 10 years. So my skin gets really dry, but also it just looks not as plump. So that's one good way that you can tell that you're dehydrated. But again, you're already dehydrated by the time you see those signals. So, also kidneys. So, high water intake is shown to have a positive impact on kidneys. And the chronic kidney disease, there is initial evidence that chronic kidney disease may be inversely related to higher water intake. So, basically, what that means, verbal, is that, and I've had issues with my kidneys as well. That's just one of like my Achilles heels because I ate way too much protein like in younger years, fun fact, and also like had a fear of public bathrooms. Like I totally did. Like I would literally go to school. I remember like elementary school, middle school, like I would not go to public bathroom, like terrified of them. Anyways, don't do that. Um but if you drink enough water, it's going to help prevent kidney disease and chronic kidney disease. And I think most people know that, but I think we forget about our kidneys. It's one of those things that you don't think about until things are wrong. And somebody that's had a history of kidney infections previously and also oxalate issues go into that, which have a lot to do with gut issues. And I can go on a whole nother rabbit hole with that I won't today. But once I got my gut right, ironically, I didn't have kidney issues. But kidney issues are no fun at all, and it shows up a lot as back pain. That's when I have a kidney infection or something like that, it shows up as back pain, and I don't ever correlate it to my kidneys or being dehydrated or anything like that. So studies have shown, so be careful. If you're feeling some like weird back pain that's unexplained, make sure that you're not dehydrated. So, studies have shown that modest level of dehydration, 2% of body mass, can result in a 20% decrease in physical performance levels in temperate climates and up to a 40% decrease in hot temperatures. So if you're already dehydrated, I don't think any of us are having, I mean, I don't know, maybe you're in Florida, or I think Florida's even not as hot right now, or California, again, California gets cold at night, but um if you're working out in the sun or in the sauna or like a heated class or something, like a heated yoga class, heated bar class, anything like that, then it's even more important to make sure that you are well hydrated. And yes, okay, performance, you're like, oh, okay, I can't lift as much weight. But again, that performance also has to do with recovery and feeling okay, not dizzy, not just like, oh, the rest of the day. So I have to be really careful. When I do any type of like heated bar class or anything like that. I have to be very, very, very careful. So, dehydration can also degrade specific aspects of cognitive performance, including visual, attention, and anxiety, as well as fatigue and visual working memory. Dehydration was also linked to negative mood rating, impaired motor performance, and short-term memory. So, again, dehydrated, a lot of people get dizzy. That's a big sign of dehydration. And we'll dig a little bit more into dehydration because people are like, oh, I'm drinking water. So let's talk a little bit more about that here in a minute, but I'll just kind of tell you some more reasons why. But vision's also a big one, and poor mood. And a lot of people, again, don't realize with the poor mood that it is a sign of dehydration. So, 1% loss of body mass due to fluid loss is defined as dehydration. So, if you weigh 200 pounds, 1% of that is 2 pounds. That's defined as dehydration. So, again, if I'm in the sauna, I'll lose. again, like if I do like a heated bar class or something like that, or get, I normally don't stay in the sauna that long, and I don't sweat that much just because I've had adrenal issues previously, but yeah, but I'll lose that much in a sauna session if I'm really going in there going in hard, which I really don't. But in like a heated bar class or something like that, yeah, I'll lose 1 to 2 pounds easy. So even in a class like that, dehydration is very, very, very common, and I have a lot of people who I do teach bar classes. I'll sub heated classes for other teachers, but for me, I'm a Vata body type. Vata Pitta, so I am normally more high strung. So it's hard for me to like level down and like ramp down. So for me, I don't do that well in heat. So again, that's just me. Certain people do better than other people. And again, I can. I just can't chronically do it because I will get dehydrated even if I'm drinking water regularly. So, opting for water instead of sugary drinks can help reduce body weight and body fat levels, according to Stokey. Just drinking 500 milliliters or 17 ounces of water increases energy by 100 kJ. Findings in the same study indicate that an absolute increase to drinking water, 34 ounces a day, was associated with a negative 5 pound weight loss over 12 months. So, one of the first things that I do with clients is I ask, how much water are you drinking every single day? If we could just take, like, literally, if somebody joins me, in one of my programs and they're like, okay, and that's why I say this is the easiest thing that you can do for your health. Like, yes, health as far as like the way you feel, energy, all of that, but also for weight loss. Um, if somebody is, and again, this is where those good habits flush out bad habits, but if somebody's not drinking enough water and I can just get them to drink water consistently, especially if they're drinking like sodas or sugary beverages or something like that, if we can switch them to water, if I can just do that one thing with them and that's all I do when working with them, I don't, but if that's the only win, that is truly life changing. That's how important water is. So, water also plays crucial roles in transporting nutrients and waste between our major organs and helping regulate temperature in our body. Excuse me. Good night. I'm actually fine until I get on here. It's a funny thing. Like not coughing or anything all day, and then I get on here and I sound horrible. And I'll be fine again as soon as we get off. So sorry about that, guys. It happens every year. I don't know why. Yes, the devil's not gonna bother if you're not a threat, is what I like to say. And that devil, he has a sense of humor, but not today, Satan. Anyways, so most people think about drinking tap water. They're like, oh, I'm getting hydrated. I'm drinking tap water. So, is tap water better than a Coca-Cola? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely it is. Yeah, I will totally say that it is. But, and there's probably tap water in the Coca-Cola as well. So, again, we won't go there. But what you're actually drinking, yeah, okay, water, but also heavy metals, radioactive chemicals, chlorine, chloramines, VOCs, volatile organic compounds, medications, antibiotics, herbicides, pesticides, bacteria, parasites, MTB, vinyl chloride, PFAS, forever chemicals, and microplastics. So I say all that to say, uh, be careful what you're drinking. I have a well, and I know most of us aren't able to have a well. And at first I thought it was going to be great, but then I realized how much money I have to spend on said well, and I've spent like $5,000 on water. But I don't have a water bill. Yay! But I've spent like $5,000 in like 5 years on water, for my home and have a reverse osmosis and all of that. And I can make those recommendations. But water is one of those most important things. Also, if you have a reverse osmosis, make sure you're adding minerals back in. I'll go into that. But I don't have the chlorine added in and antibiotics and all of that other stuff. But the heavy metals still can be in there and all of that stuff. So again, tap water, yes, if you have a well, I think it's better. Um, but it still doesn't mean that it's you should drink it straight out of the faucet. So, and again, we're talking. I feel like I missed a page. That's okay. Again, one of the easiest things we can do for our health is to be hydrated. And what I recommend for clients is to make a natural electrolyte drink every single day to make sure that your sodium potassium is balanced. So, say all that, say minerals are when they're partners, and when they are balanced, they work together. When they're out of balance, they're antagonists and they compete against each other. So for that sodium to potassium, like yes, there's like a Gatorade or something like that. Normally the sodium to potassium ratio is way, way, way off. I'm not going to necessarily say they're doing more harm than good, but unless you're like heavily, heavily sweating, like, working outdoors in summer or, playing like a sport or something like that, um, most people don't need, a Gatorade or anything like that. And even, hear my heart, not my words, there's drinks like the Element packets and all of that. Watch out for those as well. Well, I will say a lot of the Gatorades, even like the low sugar or whatever, they have sucralose in there, which is an artificial sweetener. So you definitely don't want to do that. They're doing more harm than good if that's in there. But also, like the Propels and all of that, they just don't have the right ratio for you. So what I recommend for most of my client, actually all of my clients, is sprinkle some type of sea salt. So, again, a pink Himalayan sea salt, if that's, all you could find, that's probably what you're gonna find at your local grocery store. But like a Celtic salt, a rock salt, sea salt, something like that, like a good salt, as well as juice a lemon or lime every single morning. And people are like, well, how it with water, and you can do it warm or cold, and do that every single day to rebalance your sodium and potassium. Now, your body will tell you how much sodium you need. So if it tastes too salty, then, well, it's too much sodium, add a little bit more water. But if it's not salty enough, then add a little bit more sodium. So just start with like a little teeny tiny pinch, but your body will tell you how much sodium you need. So that's going to be the perfect ratio for you. So, this is one thing that I do with my vitality method. So, my vitality method is vital nutrition, intentional movement, toxin removal, aligned rest, loving relationships, inner peace, targeted solutions, which is what we're talking about. What works specifically for you? Well, what's going to work specifically for you to rebalance your sodium and potassium is getting it right to exactly what you need, and your body will tell you how much sodium you need. And then the why is your purpose. So, all of that's there for you. Of course, we can talk more minerals, your calcium, magnesium, your zinc, the copper, all of that, those ratios. We can run that through a hair tissue mineral analysis. But that's one of the easiest things you can do is stay hydrated and drink. And yes, water is great, but because our soil is so degraded and our environment's so toxic, we need those. And honestly, minerals are our spark plugs of life. They buffer stress and also give us energy. Most people need to go ahead and do the a salt with lemon or lime every single morning. I recommend it to pretty much all of my clients, as well as friends and bar clients and all of that. So it's a great place to start. There's a freebie there for you. And again, all of this is really, really simple if you have a plan. So this is my client, Cassandra. She might be on here today. She might be over on Facebook. Love her to pieces. But this is a picture of her with her family, and she just said that she had been struggling with her digestive system for 7 years, for several years, and then her hormones declined, a struggle beyond words, working out 6 to 7 days a week, and her weight just wasn't where she wanted it to be. Her energy levels were low, and she tried everything. She could lean down, and then the scale would go right back up again. She stood in her closet and cried because she couldn't get her work pants over her knees. And then she joined my program, and she said then came Bria. Her approach in individual care is nothing less than dynamic. If you're at the end of your rope, grab a healthy helping. We're on our healthy holiday challenge. That's where that's coming from. Grab a helping hand. There I go again. As of today, I'm so excited to walk into my closet. As of today, I'm so excited to walk in my closet. And today, I pulled out jeans from when I was dating my hubby, and they fit. And not only do they fit, they're comfortable. So she's a mom of four, one set of twins, and a Grammy of two. So there are her before and after pictures, and she's just jumping for joy. And you can't really see a huge difference as far as weight. I mean, she was never, overweight or anything like that, but you could just see how excited that she is here, the energy that she has, and so much that we've been able to work with together and keep her weight where she wants it to be, where she feels comfortable. So, yes, weight loss, but also just that overall health. So, I love that. So, if you're ready to set yourself up for success in 2026, then come over and join my transformational coaching experience. It's called Restored and Revitalized. So in there, you're going to learn proven strategies like how to feel better, how to lose weight, and how to improve your mood and energy, as well as how to naturally decrease pain. We've talked about some of these. We haven't really talked too much about pain, but the weight loss we've talked about, and mood and energy and all of that. So here for more stuff about that. But again, really where I come in as an integrative health practitioner is yes, that vitality method that we talked about earlier and making everything customizable for you and your lifestyle, but also running at-home functional medicine labs to know what you need specifically. So instead of just some like Google guru information. And I'm sure we've all seen it. Like, oh, you should do keto. Oh, you should have coconut oil. Oh, wait, no, coconut oil's bad. Or no, you should go vegan. You're like, wait, what? Information overload. We're figuring out what you need specifically for your bodies, your specific toxicities and your specific deficiencies. It's the power of personalized wellness. It's what you need. And again, how your lifestyle goes into it. I can tell you, and I don't every single day at 7 a.m. You should get up and you should do, fast and workout, and then you should prepare a three-course breakfast, and then you should have 0.78 ounces of organic black coffee. No, like that's not going to work for most people. I mean, especially now. I'm learning it even more. We have family, we have kids, we have responsibilities, aging parents, work, all, husbands, wives, all of the things. So yeah, here to support you and figure out how to make it work best for you as well as the relationships that you're in. And one place where I specialize as well is working with families. I do work with men, but only if I know the female that he's connected to or yeah, just know him personally through work or whatever. But most men don't go to an integrative health practitioner or a doctor. I don't really go to the doctor very well myself either. So not trying to be hypocritical. But where I like to specialize is for the moms and the wives that we don't have to cook a separate dinner for us. Like I never want life's too short. My dad died of cancer in his 50s, so I truly believe that life is too short, and I've structured my life around that. You never know what day can be your last, and there's so much to do, and I have gotten it dug deep in the cancer rabbit hole into all of that. So I'm not afraid of dying earlier or anything like that, but there's so much unseen. Um, you know, just natural disasters, car wrecks, like all of the things. Life truly just is that short. Even if we live to, the max 120 years, it's still too short for all that I want to do, and I'm sure you as well. So I never want you to separate yourself from your family. Like, oh, this is my dinner, this is your dinner, and especially with kids, like I never want us as parents to, you know. Mommy's on a diet. Mommy can't eat this. I never want to set our kids up for that. So, really like to specialize there as well. That's why I have my nonprofit organization, Youth Fitness Link. If you head over to youthfitnesslink.com, just like it sounds, there's a bunch of free resources for you and kids as well, just some more freebies for you guys. So a little bit more about Restored and Revitalized. If it's something that you're interested in, you're going to get everything you need to get your health and body back in just 90 days. You're going to learn proven strategies to look and feel your absolute best. You're going to break free from the yo-yo dieting for good. We'll meet together each week for 12 weeks where I will unpack the entire system and answer all of your questions. You get a course completion certificate. And again, this is where I shine 5 functional medicine labs. So let me just say this. Blood's a homeostatic fluid. It's going to pull from wherever it needs to in order to stay at homeostasis. Blood work, I recommend getting it annually or biannually, but it only gives us like a slice. It just gives us a piece of the puzzle. It doesn't, there's still a bunch of missing pieces. Um, so that's where these functional medicine, at-home functional medicine labs come in, like the hair tissue mineral analysis that I was talking about for minerals, or the gut lab that I run that shows us 75 different biomarkers in our gut, as well as vitamin levels, as well as neurotransmitter levels, and just so much candida, bacteria, yeast overgrowth, omega-3 inflammation labs in there, stress, mood, and metabolism. That's a 4-point cortisol test. Again, done at home in your natural setting, how you normally are every single day. and hormones are best through saliva. Food sensitivity tests, so maybe some of the healthy foods that you are eating might not actually be doing you, you might be sensitivity to you, even though they're technically healthy foods. So all of that's in there. Weekly check-ins with me via email. A lot of people like the, again, I used to be a personal trainer, like the, weigh-ins and all of that stuff. And some people don't. That's perfectly fine. We could go by numbers on the scale. I prefer pictures, especially for women, just because. Um, Again, the scale doesn't define what an amazing, daughter or sister or friend or wife or mom or, whatever, coworkers. That doesn't define you right there. But some people, prefer to do that and prefer, to have their food logs and all of that. Totally here for however I can support you best and set you up for success. So you're going to make amazing connections within this group, and we're going to keep you focused and motivated. And you're finally going to get lifelong vitality. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, head over to calendly.com/Bria Sharon, and you can sign up right there for a health assessment call. I would love to just get to know you and your health history, answer any questions that you may have. It sounds like restored and revitalized is something that would benefit you to unlock the power of personalized wellness. I'm here for that as well, so that's there for you. And also, if you sign up today, at least to get on my calendar today, you don't actually have to sign up for the program today. But if you sign up for a health assessment call, then I will throw in the rest of 2025 for free. I don't have a calendar in front. Yes, I do. It is the 4th. I should know this. So there's 30 days. You get 25 extra days for free just for being an action taker. So I know most people are like, yeah, I'll get started the first of the year and all of that. But my goal again with the Healthy Holiday Challenge is not to have you start 2026 5 steps back. I don't want you to have to lose the weight that you did over the holidays. I don't want you to have to. I want to help you navigate through the holidays. And I want to set you up for success in 2026. So that's why I'm doing that. There's also a Black Friday, Cyber Monday special on that as well, if that's something that you're interested in. Let's jump on the call and discuss that. That will be over. Tomorrow is the last day for that. So if that's something that you're interested in, just let me know. So, action step for the day is to drink half your body weight in ounces of water in the next 24 hours. Let us know that you did it in the Facebook group. So today I am going to give away a balanced blueprint course. This is different than my restored and revitalized course. This is just it's a mini course. So first person that lets us know that they completed drinking half of your body weight in ounces of water in the next 24 hours will, if they haven't won before and frozen awkwardly, that's okay. They will win that balanced blueprint course. So that is there for you. You just let me know you did it in the Facebook group and celebrating you guys, but I want you to feel how good it feels to be hydrated. So tomorrow is our last day. It has been super, super fun. I just want to thank you guys for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. And yeah, let me know how the water goes. See you soon. Bye, guys.